Hello, welcome to this week's video announcements. I am sitting here in front of this poster that's been sitting at the end of our Faith Formation hallway for many years because we are getting ready to retire this poster. And I want to make sure that if anyone has any connection to any of these photos or knows someone who did one of these drawings, that you can have that photo or drawing if you want it. So if you are connected to any of the parts of this poster, please let me know and we'll make sure that you are able to take the picture. This Saturday is our Day of Remembrance and Reconciliation honoring the Campbells. We've been working up to this for a while now. I'm excited that the day is finally here. We'll be starting at 1 p.m. at Edgewood Cemetery. We'll dedicate the marker that we raised money for that will now sit on the Campbell family's grave. So that's 1 p.m. at Edgewood Cemetery. And then we'll come back over to the church at 2 for a big service of remembrance and reconciliation here. We've got a bunch of folks from outside the congregation who will be joining us, including some speakers. We have speakers from the NAACP, from the New Hampshire Black Heritage Trail. One of our older women will be here. Our New England Regional Lead will bring greetings. And our president of the Interfaith Council, and I'm especially excited that Carrie McDonald, who's the executive vice president of the UUA, is going to be with us and offer some remarks. I really hope you will be with us. If you haven't RSVP'd yet, please do. I'll put that link in the comments, and I hope that you'll be with us on Saturday for this important day of remembrance and reconciliation. You also still have the opportunity to sing in the choir for that service. If you would like to sing, there's one more rehearsal scheduled this week, Thursday, September 20th at 7 p.m. in the sanctuary. The choir is going to be singing We Are One, which is a favorite, and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. This Sunday, we'll have our service and faith formation classes as usual. After the service, there's going to be a communications team facelift in the fellowship room. So if you want to come and join Sherry and others from the communications team as they rethink how they've been doing things and think about how to help the world know about UU Nashua, please join them. That'll be right after the service, probably around 11:30 in the fellowship room this Sunday. And save the date if you are a youth or a parent of a youth in our congregation. Youth group is going to be starting September 30th at 6:30 p.m. with a parent and youth meeting. So that's for everyone. Mark your calendars for that. I hope that you saw our email about Fellowship Hour revisioning. If not, check your email from last week or check the newsletter from last week, and you'll be able to hear about what we're thinking about Fellowship Hour. We're wanting to kind of reimagine how we do it and think about if what we're doing is the best way and if it serves our purposes. So check your email for that and join us on October 14th for a conversation after the service about revisioning Coffee Hour, Fellowship Hour. The next Immigrant Solidarity Vigil is tomorrow, September 18th, 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the Norris Cotton Federal Building in Manchester. As always, you're welcome to join anytime those vigils are happening. Property team wanted to extend a couple of invitations. First, for the second annual Fix It Day on Saturday, October 13th. There's a whole bunch of projects that need to get done around the church, things like rehanging a picture, fixing peeling wallpaper, fixing a leaky faucet, hammering in nails that are sticking out in pews, all kinds of stuff. If you're a handy person or want to learn to be one, please come join around 8 a.m. on October 13th or later if that's when you can get here. There'll be coffee, juice, and breakfast yummies to warm you and get you going, and they expect to be finished by noon or much sooner if a bunch of you show up. Also, mark your calendars for our annual fall cleanup. We do this every year, raking leaves off of the grounds. We're planning on doing this Saturday, November 17th, starting around 8 a.m. Bring your gloves, rakes, leaf blowers, tarps, kids, friends, and come out and join us. It is always a fun time. There's always a bunch of folks here. There'll be coffee, juice, and breakfast yummies again for anyone who comes out to help. Start with the church grounds, move on to the cemetery. All leaves are brought to the Grove Street parking lot, and there's a great big pile of them. Fun for jumping in and taking photos if you want. If it should rain, the rain date is the Friday after Thanksgiving, also at 8 a.m. It's a great way to make new friends, to be of service to the church. And if we get the cemetery completely raked, there's a donation to the church. So please put November 17th on your calendars and plan to be here. You know there's some elections coming up, and we're going to be doing some canvassing here in French Hill. Obviously nonpartisan canvassing to get out the vote, but also to have some conversations with our neighbors here to hear what they care about, what are the issues that are important to them. So if you want to be a part of that, we're going to be doing that October 21st and November 4th from noon to 3 p.m. Those are both Sundays. We'll start with potluck and training in the dining room, and by 1 o'clock we'll get folks out to canvass and to have some conversations with our neighbors. And if you are interested in being a part of that, please RSVP to Elizabeth Lewis. You can find her email address in the directory. We do have a new church database. You can find Elizabeth's email address there as well if you're connected to it. I know a bunch of you got connected this past Sunday. If you're not connected yet, we're going to be doing another set of tutorials on October 7th, so mark your calendars for that. And it's time to sign up for covenant groups and other adult faith formation programs. I will put the link in the comments if you want to sign up for any of those. That's all I've got for this week. If you've got anything for me to include in my announcements next week, please get it to me by 9 a.m. on Monday morning, and I'll make sure to include it. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that I will see you on Saturday and on Sunday this week.